will be tased. Get out.
He said he pulled me over for a traffic
Get
stop and he's
out.
going to tase me. You can't do that, officer, because I called for your
Get
supervisor. I have my
Get
license.
out.
What is the reason I'm getting
to
out?
give your information. I told you
I
to get out
didn't
of the car.
refuse. I asked.
Now you're resisting.
I haven't
Get out.
refused. I asked to speak to your supervisor.
Get out.
In the state of Tennessee, a food delivery driver appeared to be accosted by a police officer.
Sir, I feel
Get out.
uncomfortable. Please get your supervisor.
I don't give a
Don't
what you feel
touch
like.
me.
I said get out.
Please stop it. Why are you being like this? This is how y'all really are? Please stop.
At this moment, the officer goes all in via the video footage, and he appears to assault this man.
This
Get
is all
out.
on tape. Please stop.
Get out of the car.
Please don't hurt me. Why are
Get
you doing
out.
this? No, sir.
I'm telling you, get out.
I'm telling you that this is not lawful.
Here, you could see the stun gun is being fired at this man behind the wheel. All he did was ask for a supervisor because he felt uncomfortable. And, I mean, if we put it in perspective, it seems he knew this entire stop could get to a level he does not want it to get to, because we unfortunately see these incidents happen repeatedly. The Hamilton County DA's office is investigating the incident, which began when Delane Gordon, a 28-year-old who was driving for DoorDash, was pulled over in Collegedale, wrote the Independent. According to Mr. Gordon's attorney, Ryan Wheeler, his client was making a delivery in the neighborhood when he passed a police officer. The officer pulled a U-turn and began following Mr. Gordon before pulling him over. Mr. Wheeler said Mr. Gordon was only 300 feet from his destination when the officer stopped him. The attorney says his client has no criminal record and was fearful when approached by the police officer. Wheeler said Mr. Gordon began recording the encounter during a stop by a police officer when he began feeling uncomfortable. Video shows Gordon repeatedly asking the officer to speak with his supervisor, while the officer accuses Gordon of resisting. "Sir, I feel uncomfortable. Please get your supervisor," Gordon said. "I don't give a blank what you feel like. I said get out," the officer barked back. We questioned this officer's actions, who has not yet been identified. Gordon was booked, made bond, and was released, according to Wheeler. The Collegedale Police Department has not put the officer on leave, said Lieutenant Jamie Heath. The department has officers complete camera footage of the encounter and hopes to release it at the end of the criminal probe and the department's internal affairs investigation, Heath added, which we welcome, but should be noted cannot be taken as a factual refutation until we see the raw, unedited video. As Mr. Gordon is explaining the situation, the police officer continues to yell, "Get out," at him. The officer claims that Mr. Gordon refused to give his information, but Mr. Gordon rejects that, saying he did not refuse, but just had questions about the nature of the stop. He is clearly holding his driver's license in his hand during the video. The driver was charged with speeding, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. No additional information on this incident will be forthcoming until the investigation has been completed. Mr. Gordon is facing charges for just that: speeding, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. Those charges carry a minimum of 6 months in jail if he's convicted. However, Mr. Wheeler said he is confident his client will be cleared of the charges.